Hey guys, it's Al from the creator of Altruistic Channel, and this is bittersweet. So it is now Friday. I'm getting close to the time I'm being forced to leave. Hope springs eternal, so I kept thinking that things would get better somehow. But not only does Shift Gig still not pay me for the time that I work for them, also I went to go to the company, the temporary agency that I went to after that, and they had been listed at one address on Canal Street, and when I went, it was not there. And intuitively, I just walked up and down Canal Street like a madman trying to find it, because I just kept rationalizing that it was just in my head that it was all coincidence. And luckily, I found it. It was at the 3300 block of Canal Street. But when I got to the office, of course, they were closed, so Global was out. So between Shift Gig and Global, the $400 and something that is mine that I earned, I cannot access. And I'm being forced out of where I live, not because of anything that the person's doing, but because they have guests coming in. And it's not their fault, so I'm going to honor the fact that I was supposed to be out by today. But I've built 6 websites, an entire art gallery that I put on sale of my art. I have created blogs, articles. I have written a book that got published that no one bought. I put my 9 domains on sale that no one purchased. And I'm just embracing the fact that I'm just not meant to succeed. So at 10 o'clock tonight, as I promised, by midnight I would make my decision. By 10 o'clock tonight I will be walking into the storm that's brewing outside in New Orleans. I don't know if it'll actually reach here, but I'm going to walk right into it, and I'm leaving all of my possessions behind me. I don't feel any way about it, to be honest with you. I'm closing down my Facebook account for good. Most of you haven't even so much as asked if I was okay, so I don't really feel a need to keep it open. And that's pretty much it. I'm not bothered by it, which is the sad part. When you look for the best in humanity and you do your best to bring about knowledge, like there are other intelligences you could be using, strategic or spatial, or things that showcase how amazing human beings are, and you're met with nothing but pushback. And then you go to work and you do everything you can to survive, and you keep getting denied. My accounts are frozen. I can't even get into my email. I have no phone. You're still going to tell me that that's accidental? Church of Scientology alone earns me a lot of money. They owe me quite a bit, but I doubt I'll ever see that. And these companies that I work for seem to be able to get away. I mean, Shift Gig, they owe me money from a month and a half ago. They could have helped me get a phone, which would have probably helped out a little bit in getting these other jobs. Then I go to the other organization, and they're not listed where they're not at the location where they're listed. And through no fault of my friend, they have guests coming in, so it all comes to a head tonight at 10. I had originally put it at midnight, but I'm ready to just go. I have no ties to this whatsoever anymore. I don't speak to anybody. I don't do drugs anymore. I don't drink. I don't get to do anything. I'm just stuck in hell. And so if I'm going to be stuck this way because I believe in altruistic causes and I believe in the betterment of man, then I'm just going to go and embrace whatever my fate is, because at this point, if it's death, I'll take it. I'm obviously not suicidal. I have no intention of purposely going out there and dying, but when I'm not allowed to get paid and nowhere is money coming in, despite everything that I've done to do so, that I've done for other companies that have been successful, it does not work for me. My emails have been hacked and stuff, and nobody believes that, and so I'm kind of just at the point where I'm just going to walk into the storm and embrace whatever the fate is, whether it's death, not death, whatever. But I guess the reason I'm even posting this is because, let's be very clear, I would never commit suicide, nor have I ever done heroin. So heroin overdose would be dishonest, and obviously I would never do that. I'm almost out of cigarettes too, with no money. That'll go well. I'm not depressed by any means. I still believe in hope. I believe that humanity has a great future. I just believe this transition is now, and whatever that means. I've never claimed to know anything. I've never claimed to know everything. I just claim to know that I can read patterns. And in New Orleans specifically, I'm seeing a lot of targeted people. Something's in the air. It's kind of weird. And so I'm going to go into it, and I'm going to face whatever it is. If it's death, I hope it doesn't hurt. But again, clearly, I am not suicidal. I would never choose death. But if I can't support myself and I have no place to go, and the money that I'm owed, that I've actually worked for already, is not coming to me, what do you all expect me to do? And at this point, I don't need any fake bullshit about you caring, because for those that are not in the know, you didn't care about me up until now. And now that it's kind of at a crossroads, I'm not really saying it to you. I'm saying it to the people on my teams. You know, to the people that I have talked to that I know are part of whatever's going on, I just ask you one question. Why didn't you show up the times that we were supposed to meet? And if there was a person that blocked you or stopped you or slowed you down on the process to come and meet me for whatever reason, then I would suggest you just turn around and walk away from that person, because I've never harmed anyone. I've never done anything to anybody. I've never put you in a situation that crossed your faith or made you doubt your logic. If anything, I've embraced the fact that you are unique, and it's kind of strange that we all have the exact same life paths and that we all have the exact same things going on, and that these paintings have come into our life, and that we all don't have any addictions, but, you know, we'll play with drugs. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical companies dole it out to people, making them addicted. Somehow we stand out. And so pointing these things out have seemed to have brought me under the gun of some kind. And so I'm okay with it. And to the teams and people that I'm supposed to reach, I dreamt of a school that would teach how to reinforce the intelligences that God gave us. I mean, the universe, God, science, whatever you want to believe in, something's at play here. And I must have angered somebody, or I've done something to really piss off somebody, because this isn't a push to suicide, this is execution. And I've never done anything to anybody, and I've kept my opinions to myself. In fact, I've only talked to people that brought it up with me, and it's an alarming amount. I'm watching people that I care about have their lives turned upside down like mine did 2 years ago. And if my exit is death, then it'll happen tonight, because I have no choice. You can't tell me that I have a choice when nobody will answer my calls. You can't tell me I have a choice when everybody turns their back on me and calls me a selfish prat, when I've lost my apartment because I gave all of my money to you to help you survive, or because I trusted you that you wouldn't invite the wrong people into my world, and you did, and then you turn your back on me. I'm not even mad at you. Like, the justice and the cosmos is going to take care of you quite quickly. I don't have to worry about that. But I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, I did something wrong anymore. I didn't. I've gone out of my way above and beyond to try to do better and to try to bring light to people, never questioning patriotism or our country, because God forbid, I mean, I'm as patriotic as they come, an American. A Southern American. I've never crossed anybody in law enforcement. I respect them as much as I possibly can, as long as they're not corrupt. I've always kept my mouth shut about most things, and so I'm done with taking responsibility for stuff that's out of my hands. And so as of 10 o'clock tonight, when I walk into the storm and I'm not seen again, I'm okay with that. Just know that it wasn't suicide. You can't choose death if your only option is death. You know, obviously, I have no intention of dying, but at the same time, I can't imagine how I'm going to survive when everybody I know disowned me or distrusts me or threw me out and asked me questions like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? I'm trying to survive. I still haven't gotten paid. So what, I did that? I did something wrong there? I don't think so. So that's it for me. I mean, Facebook, sorry, I won't ever see you guys again. And that's everybody there. I'm on my own, and I'm okay with that. To my teams, I hope I see you again. I don't know what I'm going into or where I'm going, but as soon as I leave this, I'm going towards the trolley, and since I have no money, I have no idea where I'm going. There's tornado watches and all that stuff. I'm not being dramatic. It's just what's going on outside. And at this point, I'm just hoping, like Dorothy, I get taken away somewhere. You can't put me in an institution because I'm not crazy. I'm not saying anything out of the ordinary. I recognize patterns. Ooh, that's so scary. I don't get it. But I can play victim or I can face it head on. And so I decide to walk into the storm and never be seen again. That's fine by me. That's That's apparently what I have earned. I am leaving the computer behind. There will be no way of getting a hold of me. As of 10 o'clock tonight, in New Orleans time, I will be gone. Don't have a choice, and I'm not about to wait around waiting for miracles when it's not going to happen. I fought. I fought hard. I fought to survive. I stopped doing drugs. I did everything I was supposed to do. I look fantastic. I've been healthy. And for what? So that I can watch my friends and family disown me, and then those that I really care about being destroyed for the past 2 years, making them feel like they're nuts because they're noticing things that are unusual or the patterns that are emerging that's affecting them in bad ways. Their friends are dying left and right, overdosing, and we're all questioning if that's even real because these people would never have done those overdoses, and some of them didn't even do heroin, so all of a sudden they're dead. All of these questions keep popping up, and I'm the only one asking it. So now I'm being forced into the world, and I have no idea where I'm going, and I'm okay with that. So that's it for Al Arvalo. I'm out. I'm heading into the storm at 10 o'clock tonight. I love those of you who've helped me. I really do. For one of you, just walk away from her, dude. Just turn around and walk. For my other friends, like, I love you to death, and I would never lead you in the wrong way, so I don't know what to tell you. I would say, I hope to see you again. I am not suicidal. I'm not going to go out there and kill myself, but I'm not going to be tortured anymore. And I'm okay with it, you know. Life happens for a reason. God doesn't make mistakes, and if this is my path, then I'm going to go out there and face it. I just wish it wasn't a storm brewing like this because I have no alternative. I've reached out to a couple friends that I really thought would be there in the end, and of course they were not. So it's pretty much just, I'm done. So that's it for Al Arvalo. Goodbye, Facebook, and you won't be seeing me again. Just know that.